privilege. You do not have privileges.
Diva is a female version of a hustler, of a hustler, of a hustler. Na na na. Diva is a female version of a hustler, of a hustler.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Scandal. I'm going to be talking about the complete first season. I'll give a breakdown of what happened in the first season, like a brief summary, what happened in the first season, and I'll be talking about a little more in-depth description of Olivia Pope and also the a couple of the different characters that were in the first season. So I know I wanted to start off with just a quick overview. Two of the most important characters in the first season was Billy Chambers. He was the chief of staff to Sally Langston. Sally Langston is the vice president to the president. I talked about the president in the last video, Fitzgerald Grant. So she's his vice president. I didn't really touch on her much, but she's like a very religious, I would say like judgy. She was loyal. Well, I'll say this. She was loyal in the beginning. And yeah, so her chief of staff is Billy Chambers. So Billy Chambers has a huge part in the first season. And then the other person that has a big part in the first season is Amanda Tanner. So these two people play a big role in the first season. Okay, so Amanda Tanner is a White House aide that was having an affair with the president. She ends up meeting Olivia Pope because Cyrus Beene reaches out to Olivia Pope about Amanda Tanner and how she wanted to go to the blogs about the president and make certain claims about the president and things like that. And they were trying to hire Olivia to deal with that crisis and shut her down. So Olivia, like the first episode, you're seeing Olivia meet her and they're having a discussion about the president and things like that. Olivia isn't buying it. She's not buying it, the fact that they are sleeping together and things like that. She just wants to shut it down. So they're having a conversation. She's ripping her to shreds.
Cute dog. Golden Retriever?
Yeah. His name's Thomas Jefferson, which is lame, I know, but he's very presidential. Aren't you, TJ?
Amanda, it would be a mistake to think there will be no consequences to you telling lies about the president.
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Olivia Pope, and I want to be clear, I'm not here in any official capacity. I'm only here to warn you because you should know what could happen. It could become hard for you to find employment. Your face would be everywhere. People would associate you with a sex scandal. All kinds of information about you would easily become available to the press. For example, you've had 22 sexual partners that we know of. Also, there's that ugly bout of gonorrhea. And your family. Your mother's mental illness, a psychotic break, 2 years at Bedford Hospital. I bet that's private. She runs a daycare now, right?
He told me he loved me. He gave me this dog.
See, it's those kind of lies that could hurt you if you said them to other people, people not as nice as me. I'll give you some free advice. Hand in your resignation, then pack up your dog and your things, get in your car and go. Find a small city, Minneapolis maybe, or Denver. Get a little job, meet a boring boy, make some friends. Because in this town, your career is over. You're done.
Why are you doing this to me? I'm a good person.
You know who else was a good person? Monica Lewinsky. And she was telling the truth, but she still got destroyed. If you get subpoenaed in front of a grand jury, you can testify as an officer of the court that I was working on my own. I didn't blackmail or threaten her. If you don't get subpoenaed, this never happened. It's handled.
verbally. And she ends up, you know, calling Cyrus, hey, it's handled, X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. So long story short, she finds out that there's some truth to what Amanda Tanner is saying, and she ends up doing like a complete flip. So she ends up being on Amanda Tanner's side. She ends up defending her, and she ends up taking her on as a client. So with her taking her on as a client, she also told Cyrus Beene that she would be coming for the White House. So she would be coming at the White House. Whatever her client wants to do, X, Y, and Z, she gives that warning. So there's a few spoilers in everything that I'm going to say, because this is a breakdown of the first season. So if you didn't watch the first season, you can pause it, go watch the first season, and then come back and we can talk about it together in the comments. But yeah, the first season, basically, that's how it starts out. And then fast forward now. So they're talking. Sorry, my hair keeps on sticking up. So they're talking, and she came up with that decision that she wants to do like a talk show and things like that. She wants to go public and all this other stuff. So fast forward, we find out that Amanda Tanner is pregnant. So Amanda Tanner is pregnant by the president. Messy. And Olivia decides that she wants to do you know, the safest thing, which she thinks is to move Amanda Tanner into her place until they figure out what they're going to do and things like that. She wants to go public, but she's trying to, you know, keep her safe in the meantime. So she steps out for a second. I forget who she goes to meet, and somebody like kidnaps Amanda Tanner. You see Amanda Tanner get this little like needle put into her foot that makes her fall asleep or whatever, or knocks her out. And they end up taking her. They end up taking her out of Olivia's place and like all this other stuff. So we're like looking for Amanda Tanner. Like we're like, what the hell happened? Turns out they ended up killing her. They put her in some river. They found her body in a river, and it was just a whole thing. So that's how the first season kicks off. I mean, the first episode kicks off. First and second. I think it's like over the course of the first few episodes of the first season. And we seeing all of this stuff unfold. So at this point, that had me hooked. Like the first time I watched the show, that had me hooked. Because now I'm like, well, damn, who did it? Like, who did this? Who set this up? Who paid this guy or whatever? Turns out Cyrus hired the hitman to do that. Cyrus Beene. So I don't know. I was kind of telling y'all like how he like straddles the line between right and wrong and being drunk off power and things like that. So he's like loyal to the president, and he's loyal to a fault, literally, because he's gonna go to like the ends of the earth to protect this guy, even if it means doing something wrong. So he ended up like getting her killed or whatever. So it was just crazy. So then another thing that happened in the first season, Billy Chambers puts the White House on blast.
I had an affair with a White House aide named Amanda Tanner.
Kaden had it narrowed down to 57 male employees in the West Wing.
He's on TV.
I want blood types on everyone. If we cross-match them to the coroner's report,
He's on TV right now. He's on TV right now.
We fell in love, and when I learned that she was carrying our child, I planned to propose. So you can imagine my shock and horror when I learned that the President of the United States was abusing his power and privilege to take sexual advantage of Ms. Tanner. When I learned that she killed herself only weeks after sleeping with the President. And when I found an explicit audio tape that Amanda had made of her sexual encounter in the Oval Office with the President of the United States. Do you have any questions? I'd be happy to.
Have you spoken to Ms. Tanner's family?
I haven't, but obviously my thoughts and prayers are with them and have been all over. Where did you find the tape? Please, guys, one at a time.
Did Amanda Tanner tell you she was seeing the president?
She did. She was very upset about it. She came.
Red team will take the lead. They will secure all of the children in the compound first, prior to the arrival of the blue team. An intelligence.
Now, what's interesting is Lincoln never actually slept in the Lincoln bedroom.
I don't think the president cares to speak with me right now, but if he ever should, the door's always open.
How did you find the president's sex tape?
I discovered it among Amanda's personal effects.
So, Billy, you burned the tape yourself.
Unfortunately, yes. Look, when you hear the tape, and I can promise that you will, I think we will all agree that it is unmistakably the president.
Do you feel the public has a right to hear what's on that tape?
Get him done. I don't care how you do it. Why is he still talking? All due respect, sir. You get some of the optics here. It's forcibly removing the vice president's chief of staff from the press podium. It's just ridiculous. I want to get this now. Now?
It looks like that's all the time I have.
Blast and doing all of this stuff. Ooh, child. The first season was just crazy. It was full of like a lot of twists and turns and backstabbing and things like that. So I think that the first season, I feel like if you're on the fence on like if you should watch it or not, the first season will get you, it'll get you there. Like, this is something that I'm interested in watching. This is a long time watching, and it's pretty good amount. It's a pretty good amount of episodes per season, and there's a lot of seasons. So it's a good like watch. Like if you want to have like a little wintertime watch, you know, after work, you want to unwind and watch something, you can put that on, you know. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was Olivia Pope. I wanted to talk about, you know, just a little more of an in-depth character analysis of Olivia Pope, because she's a very interesting woman. And yeah, so I wanted to talk about her. So Olivia Pope likes to save people. Amanda Tanner is a good example of that. We seen in the first, you know, first few episodes, like she moved her in there, no questions asked. Like she had a lot of, you know, backup. Like, okay, guys, we're gonna do this. Like she had her people at Pope and Associates, like back her up. You know what I mean? So they did like brainstorming ideas of what they could do to help her, protect her, and give her what she wants. She's also shown this in multiple incidents, like with different clients, where she takes on different clients and things like that. She's helped them out. I would describe her as iconic, intelligent, confident, and unapologetically career-driven, ambitious woman. She's also multilingual. She knows multiple different languages. We end up finding that out over the course of the different seasons. We hear her talk like a couple different languages. Her upbringing. So she studied at like the top boarding schools and things like that. So I think all of these things, and she ended up going to a pretty good school. I forget the name of her college, but she ended up going to a pretty good school as well, and then opening up her own firm, you know, after her presidential run with the presidential campaign. So yeah, and then I wanted to go into detail about the actual actress. So the actual actress, Kerry Washington.
Listen, I don't exactly know what you do or how you do it, but when you walk through these gates, things start happening. The press starts falling in line, the Secret Service gets extra secret, and when you go back out, everyone's breathing a little bit easier.
Good night, Morris. Harrison, put Patrick Keating in an office far away from the board. Steven, get Sharon out of jail. Huck, find out who the hell Gideon Wallace is. Abby, you're with me. All cylinders, people, let's go!
I don't care.
I'll give you some free advice. Hand in your resignation, then pack up your dog and your things, get in your car and go. Because in this town, your career is over.
My vote always comes down to my gut. My gut tells me everything I need to know. We're taking the case.
Why do we even bother voting?
I have one rule. Do not lie. You lie, all bets are off. Got it? People don't say no to you very often, do they?
Probably about as often as they say no to you.
Who are you right now?
The woman who got you elected. So go be the man I voted for. You clown! clouded my judgment. You made me mistrust my gut because I wanted to.
He wants to see you.
Tell him to go to hell. People love a hero, General. People rise up and fight for a hero. This woman can either be the mother of your children or the face of your opposition. Now, which would you prefer? We're never done because whatever happens, there's always another move. Whatever happens, we do not give up. It is my name on that door, and I do not give up. All right, then. We go to war.
Y'all probably know her already. I think she did a very, very, very amazing job capturing Olivia Pope and capturing like this character. Like, I try to think of who could play Olivia Pope like she played her. Like, she made this character her own. And honestly, I feel like when people are able to do certain things and do it to a certain extent, it's like this is your superpower. Like, this is what you were put here to do. Like, because you ate this role up. So she actually ended up getting a she actually ended up getting an Emmy Award. She actually ended up getting a Hollywood star on December 2nd. Yep, so she got a Hollywood star on December 2nd. She got a BET Award for Best Actress in The Django and Scandal. So, that's another thing. I don't know if y'all saw The Django. The Django was pretty good. It had its, controversial conversations and some pretty strong dialect. Like, it was a lot of strong dialogues. Like, it was a lot of crazy conversations, and some of the stuff is like, I don't think it was meant to be funny, but it had me laughing, and it also had me rooting for Jamie Foxx, of course. But she was like the person that was captured. So she was his love interest that was captured by Leonardo DiCaprio. I forget what his name was on the movie, but so basically he was just trying to save Kerry Washington's character, and yep, so she won an award for that. She also won a NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actress in Drama, in a drama series in 2013 and 2014. And she also got an NAACP Hall of Fame award in 2013. So she's won a lot of different awards over the course of years, like throughout her work and things like that. And she also produced Reasonable Doubt. I don't know if y'all ever saw that show, but that show is good. I also wanted to do like a few videos on that. Like, that was a pretty good show. I really liked that. I like seeing Black women in positive, successful roles, and just showing out and doing their thing. I love seeing that. So she ended up producing that show. So I'm not sure what else she produced, but I know she produced that because they gave her the credits on it. So like, when I'm watching the show and they show the credits or whatever, I saw her name listed. So I was like, oh wow, that's a fun fact to know about her. But I really like the show, and I think that the show is really good entertainment. And it shows a lot of different things. Like, if you're a conspiracy theory type of person, you will like the show. If you are into spies, secret agencies, things like that, you will like the show. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to cover, like, briefly of the first season. There's other things that happened in the first season as well. Like, they kind of showed how Olivia and Fitz met and things like that. It was pretty good. Like, it's a pretty good show. Also, fun fact, the person that played Amanda Tanner, she ended up playing Bonnie in How to Get Away with Murder. So, you know, after I watched How to Get Away with Murder, I saw that and I was like, oh wow, that's Bonnie. But she was only in it for like that first season. That's another show I kind of want to dive into, is How to Get Away with Murder. So How to Get Away with Murder is on the list. Reasonable Doubt. I don't know if you guys watch this show called The Boys. That show is crazy. That guy, all right, so that guy that played him, I need to find out his name, but the guy that played Homelander, I think he is a really good actor. Like, he is a psycho, but it's like I hate him, but I love watching him in action. Like, what is he gonna do next? He's crazy as hell, but it's like he grabs your attention. Like, he stands out. You know what I mean? So Viola Davis, actually, she also did a really good job as she did a really good job as Annalise Keating in How to Get Away with Murder. She did a really good job. Reasonable Doubt. I think that Reasonable Doubt for me was just like a show, like, all right, I'm watching it, I need something to watch. They ended up putting Morris Chestnut on there, so I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory too. And then, you know, like Reasonable Doubt, it was like something fun to watch. Another show that I was watching something called The Resident. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was like a health, not health, sorry, that's the wrong term. It was like a hospital-based show, like a hospital drama. That was pretty good as well. So there's like a lot of different shows like that I was watching, that I've been watching in the past, you know, Breaking Bad, different stuff. So I do want to talk about like a couple different shows that I like, because sometimes like you'll talk about something and somebody has like the same interest as you, and you guys can have like a common ground, like, all right, we both like this show, you know what I mean? Also, there's like music I want to cover. I have like a wide variety of music that I like to listen to. So I know I like to listen to you know, R&B, pop, reggae, rock and roll. Like, there's so much different stuff that I listen to. Country music, there's so much different stuff that I listen to. And I also want to add like fun like themed videos where I'm dressed for the theme, and I think that would be really fun. But I just wanted to cover season 1 of Scandal, just a quick brief description today. In my next video, I think I want to cover some of my favorite moments, and I could insert some different clips, because the show, it has like a lot of crazy moments, a lot of like what the hell moments, like on the edge of your seat, what's going on. So I think that would be good to cover that, like, you know, show the different clips and we could talk about it on here, and I think that would be fun. So yeah, so I'm gonna stay tuned. I'm gonna upload some more videos, you know, talking about the series and things like that. I think I'll do maybe like 1 or 2 more videos, and then I'll move on to another subject. Always open to positive criticism, like, you know, constructive criticism. I just ask that you guys keep it respectful, you know what I mean? Like, because, you know, this is my first time doing YouTube. I never did YouTube before, and this is my first time doing something like this. So you guys might see stuff that you think I can improve on and things like that that I might not see. So I'm open to, you know, suggestions, or even suggestions on like what y'all want to talk about, like what y'all want to listen to me talk about, or, you know, things like that. There's also books that I like listen to. I like to listen to certain books on audiobook, like on Audible. So I like to listen to like audiobooks and stuff, like while I'm doing something I could be listening to a book. So that's another thing I'm interested in. Also interested in the gym. I like going to the gym a lot. I ended up losing a significant amount of weight, over 75 pounds. So if that's something y'all want to hear about, I could talk about that too. I'm also into like hair and makeup, but I don't know if I really want to do that, if I really want to make like makeup content. But yeah, like if y'all want to hear about certain stuff, let me know. But as of right now, I think I'm just going to cover like this whole Scandal, you know, show. I'm also interested in hearing from you guys about shows that you're watching, because I'm always on the lookout for shows. That's like my favorite thing. You cuddle up, especially in this cold weather, you cuddle up in your bed, your nice warm bed, comfy robe, and watch a good show. I love that. I'm a sucker for that. You know what I mean? So I'm open to suggestions on like different shows. I've heard about like Alex Cross, and what was another show? From. So I'm gonna see what that's about. Like I'll look and see what people are saying online and stuff like that. But I think for now I'm just gonna talk about like different shows and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.